A 12-year-old girl and her family are suing a metro area school district. They're saying teachers at her elementary school were negligent and at times physically abusive. KCCI's Kayla James sat down with the family who share the new steps they're now taking.
Renee DeWine's family tells us they started this process 3 years ago, but there was no traction with their last law firm, so they're with a new one. Through this lawsuit against the Urbandale School District, Renee is speaking up, something she wanted to do and her parents fully support.
I love drawing.
There are activities in life that 12-year-old Renee DeWine just loves.
I enjoy history a lot, and it's something I've always loved.
Like her social studies class. Her parents, Andrew DeWine and Tiffany Vasquez DeWine, and little brother, horseback riding.
I've been riding since I was 4.
And her 3 dogs, especially 3-year-old Maverick.
He's definitely a little blessing of his own, a big blessing of his own.
A blessing because
one day he'll be able to come to school with me.
He's a service dog, a resource she and her parents agree will be a big help.
She's now gotten diagnosed with PTSD because of the experiences she has faced, and most of that is due to the trauma in school.
The family filed this lawsuit in early October, detailing what they say caused her trauma. They say the Urbandale Community School District failed to keep a special needs student safe from, quote, physically abusive and degrading conduct of its staff between the fall of 2019 and spring of 2020. Autism spectrum disorder, anxiety, sensory disorder, nonverbal learning disorder, and social communication disorder, all named as mental health challenges Renee faces.
2nd grade was a year that I would consider a nightmare.
A nightmare, Renee says, because of what she endured at the age of 7 as a 2nd grader at what was then called Rolling Green Elementary School in 2019. The lawsuit names several teachers as defendants, saying they all knew about the students' challenges and even implemented individualized education plans and behavior intervention plans.
I would act out a lot and get angry a lot and get often physically aggressive. But the teachers had this way of restraining students to where they'd cross their arms and legs if they were kicking and hitting, to the point where even then I would scream out and they would not let go. And this was actually painful.
Other alleged incidents in the lawsuit claim a teacher, quote, violently dragged Renee by arm into a seclusion room. One grabbed and pulled her arm with force that it left visible bruises, and an instance involving Renee spitting on clothing during a, quote, emotional episode.
I try to do anything to keep adults away from me when I'm mad, so I'd even spit at them, but they would rub the spit back on me instead of just handling it.
She's not a student who would typically climb a filing cabinet or typically do those things. She had no other option. That was her way of saying, hey, I need help. Somebody needs to help.
Renee's parents say they removed her from the school. They say they spoke to staff and administration with no meaningful redress. KCCI reached out to Urbandale Community School District. In a statement, the district says while it cannot comment on pending litigation, the safety, security, and well-being of students and staff are of the utmost importance throughout the district. As for the teachers named in the lawsuit states the district allowed one to, quote, resign in lieu of termination.
I want to have justice for what was done to me and to make sure that it is well known that anybody is capable of doing this to a child, and it should not go unnoticed.
In Des Moines, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
KCCI also reached out to the district to ask about what policies are followed when handling allegations like this against staff, but due to pending litigation, a spokesperson says the district is limited in what they can say.